Esther chapter 9, verses 20 through 22. Then Mordecai recorded these events, and he sent letters to all the Jews who were in all the provinces of King Ahasuerus, both near and far, obliging them to celebrate the 14th day of the month Adar, and the 15th day of the same month annually, because on those days, the Jews rid themselves of their enemies. And it was a month which was turned for them from sorrow into gladness, from mourning into a holiday, that they should make them days of feasting and rejoicing, and sending portions of food to one another and gifts to the poor. Shag Sameach. Shag Sameach means, in Hebrew, happy holiday. Today is the day of Purim. And Purim is the feast that celebrates Esther's overcoming the evil guy Haman back in the times when Haman had in mind to eradicate all the Jews from the land. He wanted to kill Mordecai, who was his arch enemy. And you know, it's interesting, on Jewish holidays, Jewish festivals, they're all about the same. You know what the feast of Purim is about, is similar to Passover, is similar to many of them. Here's what it is. They hated us and tried to kill us. God delivered us from our enemies. Let's eat. And that's basically what Purim is. Haman had it out for the Jews. He wanted to kill all of them. God raised up a plan, raised up a woman named Esther, who was the queen, and used her in an ingenious way to trick Haman, and the very thing that he tried to perpetrate against the Jews ended up coming back on himself. Here's a wonderful message from Purim that all of us need to know. What it is that God always defeats his enemies. In the end, nobody gets away with anything. You know, there is temporary injustice that happens in the world. There are certain things that happen and last for a period of time that are unjust, but in the end, nobody gets away with anything. So God intervened and did a powerful thing. Haman tried to kill Mordecai and the Jews. In the end, ended up being hanged on his own gallows. Esther intervened with the king, and she found great favor. And then Haman and his own sons, they were eliminated from the kingdom. They were hanged on the gallows that they had created for Mordecai. So feasting and rejoicing and giving to the poor is the common custom that happens at Purim. That's a good thing for all of us to practice. Feasting, that's good. Rejoicing, that's good. Giving to the poor, that's good. I encourage you to study more about Purim. Make it a family tradition in your family. And this is just a wonderful time to recognize that God, one of the characteristics of God is justice. God will always bring about justice, and in the end, he will always defeat his enemies. We just want to make sure that we're on his side, and we're not asking God to defend us. We just want to make sure that we're on his side so that when he defeats his enemies, we're not on the wrong side of that. We're the ones that are walking with him, that are part of his army, that are part of his court, that are part of his kingdom. So wonderful day today to celebrate Purim. I encourage you to do some reading on that, do some investigation, and maybe you'll want to establish some Purim festival traditions in your own family. So today, as you go through your day, remember, God is just. He will always bring about justice. Nobody gets away with anything in the end. And just draw close to God. Love him with all your heart. Bless people around you, and you'll make a difference.